Huh? Hello everyone, my name is Ike, and 1.14.3 pre-release 1 is out, and we've got some changes to Iron Golem farming, and we're going to explore that a little bit today. So I have an Iron Golem concept for you that's going to produce 57 iron ingots in 10 minutes. So basically you're getting an Iron Golem every 45 seconds. With these changes, as you can see behind us, you see Iron Golem spawning and dying. And these two farms here, I did a little testing on both, they're producing the exact same amount. So we got a couple spawning areas, or we got a lot of spawning areas. It doesn't really matter. So first of all, I would mention this is probably the one I would go with, because that one's going to require 2 zombie variants, husk, drowned, whatever you want to use. Everything but the zombie pigman works here. And basically, I've got 20 villagers here shoved in a single 1x1 hole. And the thing that's stopping the husk from getting the zombie villagers is just simply this trapdoor that prevents them from walking across, or the villagers from walking across. And when they spawn in here, they spawn... Actually, I've never actually seen them spawn on the bottom layer. Everything's spawned here on the top. And so you could probably just do one layer here, and it's produced, like I said, 57 iron ingots in 10 minutes. That's multiply that times 6, and then you've got what you got an hour. So let me do the calculation on that really quickly for you guys. 57 times 6, that's 342 ingots in an hour. That's not like Iron Titan level, but guys, we're talking about 20 villagers here. If we put 100 villagers in here, which is about the equivalent of the Iron Titan, we might get roughly that. So multiply that times 4. Yeah, so if you put 100 villagers in there, just logically speaking, you might get about 1,300 an hour. I don't know. We'll have to do some more testing on here. But guys, I just wanted to bring you the concept this evening. And what we're doing here is, with the change that they have made, is that Iron Golems now spawn due to villagers' fear level. I don't know how this guy got down here with this zombie husk here, but he's definitely not paying attention to him versus all these other golems. Other villagers. Yeah, but the more fear you inflict on the villager, the more often he's willing to produce an Iron Golem. They no longer need workstations or beds. They don't need to gossip anymore. So basically, you could put one Iron Golem in a hole with a zombie, and he would produce Iron Golems. So the more villagers you have, the more need for Iron Golems. And because they're forced out of fear, the spawning areas, I believe, don't seem to really matter. So we can do something just as small as this, and be one of the simplest Iron Golem farms we have ever seen in Minecraft to date. Yeah, I'm excited. We're not really going to do a tutorial here. You can grab a husk with a minecart or with a boat, or shove him in a hole. I would suggest a husk because he doesn't burn, but you could put a roof if you had a zombie. Just put a roof over his head like that. Just one block would do. And shove your villagers in the same hole. You can boat them over as well. And build a platform here. This, of course, is 8 long by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 wide. And we used glass panes here on the side because the golems were kind of spawning half in the glass. And so by putting a half block here with the glass pane, we were able to prevent that. And as you can see, the iron is just rolling in. You guys, you've seen so many Iron Golems spawn just this whole time. Now this one, technically you have 3 spawning layers worth of spawning, because they will spawn down here. And you could even, if you were to make this layer here trapdoors, you could actually place a whole nother spawning layer on the bottom. But the basis of this is we don't have any water here, because the Iron Golems, when they spawn in, they will see this spoopy husk here or this spoopy husk here, and they will pathfind to the middle, fall off into the water, and be burned. And this guy actually does nothing towards scaring these villagers. They actually don't recognize him up there. But this guy, he is doing all the scaring. So this is the most important one. And another thing that's important is, as you can see, I've got some string up here. It's preventing all these things from catching fire, because what was happening is this trapdoor here was catching fire and killing this guy. So, yeah. So attention to detail is important. I tried covering this up a little bit to protect the villagers more. Be honest, nothing can spawn on the glass. There shouldn't be any social spawning. The minute I put a second layer up, the iron golems would actually just stop right here and wouldn't pathfind any further towards him. So by placing just the one layer of glass around, they would fall right in. But like I said, I would probably build this farm on my server or my single player world before I would that one, because it was just so much work. And this one here could probably be cut down by half the size, because they don't really spawn out the full distance. So anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope you learned something about the mechanics of iron farms here in 1.14.3, and hopefully this is beneficial to you going forward to your iron farms. And I guess another thing I'll mention before we go is that no longer is iron spawning dependent on day-night cycles, because no longer do you need beds or workstations. So pretty much it's all fear-based. So as long as you got a zombie there to scare the pants off a villager, they're gonna put out iron golems for you, baby. Anyways, this has been Ike, bringing you ideas and tutorials to help you survive and thrive in Minecraft. Till next time, guys, happy Minecraft, and we will see you later.